Sadia Goin brings up some other interesting questions that people might have. Why people might have a hard time believing in Tichiyas Hameisim. So he lists a whole bunch of different things. He says people might ask. Let's say he gets very technical. He asks a lot like all these questions that you expect a sixth grader to ask in class when you teach them about Tichiyas Hameisim. He says, let's say someone was eaten by a lion, and that lion got eaten by another animal, by a fish, and then that animal died and went back to the dirt. So how's the Eibusher going to bring it back to life?
Which one, the lion or the...
Right, so that's his question. When you bury someone in the ground, so all his body decomposed, right? So a person's body is made out of Eish, Ruach, Mayim, Afer, the four elements. So the Eibusher saves them; he has them over there. But when the person gets eaten by the animal, so where's the Eibusher going to make him from? So this is the question he says he might ask. So he says no. He says that a person, just like a person can't create something from nothing, a person can't make a something into nothing. You can't destroy anything. Even if something gets eaten by another being, it doesn't get destroyed. Oh, so we're gonna see there's two different midrashim how Tichiyas Hameisim happens. Is it from the rekev, is it from the dirt, or is it from the luzvan? He's understanding that the Eibusher takes all the elements, the rekev, the body, all the dirt that decompose, and he's going to put it all back together. So he explains how does eat. Why do people need to eat? So he says we see the Rambam also explains it in the beginning of the Sefer Hayad that everything is made out of the four elements, and eventually it decomposes. Everything leaves. Right, you leave food out. It starts, it rots, it spoils, and it's not going to stay there for too long. So too by people. People we're also made out of Eish, Ruach, Mayim, Afer, and eventually the elements start to leave us. So at one point, therefore, why do we need to eat? So we eat in order to replenish those those elements that are leaving. So therefore, instead of our elements leaving, that food, the element from those food, is what gets used up and leaves our body. And the Eish, Ruach, and Mayim leave, and the only thing that's left is the Afer, which that's Abseilas, and that's what comes out. That's how he explains. So therefore, he says that the Yeseides, the elements of the person's body, never get destroyed. Even if he gets eaten by another animal, these elements eventually will leave the animal, but the elements of that person is always there, and the Eibusher puts it aside and saves it for Tichiyas Hameisim, when then he will be brought back to life.